来てくれてありがとうございました. Hello, everyone. Is the music too loud? I think the music's too loud. Or maybe I'm too soft. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, hello. I do apologize if there's like, I don't know, some difference in my audio. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm just in like, I don't know. I feel like I sound like I'm in an enclosed space, but what do I know? I'm just the speaker here. Hello, Blaze Rider. Hello, Nimin and Aikai. I can't believe I almost overslept for an evening stream. Woke up just in time. I'ma smack you. Devil Brandon, it's Christmas in July. Wait, why? MRN words. Hello, hello. Hello, 00 Sarbs. Maki-gun, padoru in July? Oh, okay, that's why, because it's July 24th. Naruhodo. Hello, the half Canadian. Hello, Donnie. Chetito, hi. Hello, Mix Watcher. Hello, the double Zeta. Hello, Blood Boy. Hello, Neat. Omega Tree, hello. Mercury Immortal, hello. Hi, Harune, I missed watching your stream. Oh, we missed you too. Thank you so much for coming. Porcupine Mammoth, hi. Hello, Cypher, Nagita, hi. Hello, Blue and Kai. Thank you so much for subscribing, for being a special creature within the kingdom for 6 months. Hey, cool. It's been like half a year or something. That is crazy. I don't believe it. Ken, thank you so much for the host. Influenced Influenza. Has influenza influenced you, Pikinu? I missed you. How are you? Still too late, chat? Wait, what? No. Still late reading chat. No, I'm not too bad. Hello, Alex. Welcome. 6 years. Did I say 6 years? Did I say 6 months? Tomato salad nom. Hey. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That made me hiccup. Hey. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm dying. Maybe this is the end for me. I should take a sip of water. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Aren't we all dying? Kinda. Hey, maybe that's a bannable offense. I did miss you, Pikinu. So you missed me? I did miss you. Dying is banned. Am I on time? Uesugi-san, you are indeed. Mixed Watcher, thank you so much for the stay hydrated. I'm gonna take a sippy. We're all slowly but surely getting banned from the server. I feel like that's a joke that was made the other day, but I agree, absolutely. Still catching up to chat since she went to Europe. Bruh! That's been a year. Yukime Sakura-chan, thank you so much for the 100 crunches.
Being too hetch and cute, Harune.
Bruh, I don't believe you, but thank you so much. Oh yeah, slowly working on that lifetime ban. Alright, well before we make that switch, let me just give my shoutouts. Got a beefcake. Uesugi-sen, I know you've been streaming recently. Yukime Sakura-chan, Yukime. Rose, hello, just in time for the shout out. There we go. Nice. Nice. Alrighty, let's make that switch, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, of course it did, didn't it? Here, maybe I should shrink the chat box. Hang on. Gross sounds. Wait, no. I just had a big brain thought. Let's do this. Perfect. No, that's not it. Still working on it. That's not it. It's part of it, but that's not it completely. Brilliant. That way, nothing's really getting blocked. Right? Hey! Big Brishy slide. Cover up self, perfect. No, that's it. Okay, and the reason why I have it set up like this is because, once again, I feel like the conversation itself is sort of the focus of today, right? Harune, I would like an espresso. Why did I say an wait, yeah. Is it espresso or an espresso? I know I always said espresso, but I've been told that's wrong. So, I'ma just assume that it's wrong. I mean, your head is covered up a bit, but yeah, it's still good. No, that's okay. I know my antenna is covered up, but it's okay. The top of my head is not that important. The new subscriber name is the most important. You know what? Hang on a second. Ugh, I just adjusted this too. This is gonna take a hot second. Hang on. You're gonna hear some sounds. Don't question it. Don't question it. It's fine. Don't question it. Don't question it. You're gonna just hear some sounds, but it's nothing. Shaming-san! Hi, welcome. 来てくれてありがとうございました. You missed the ponytail already? Kai? I thought you were friends with me for more than just the ponytail. Alright. Hey, we're good now. We're good now. Now, I can look at you guys, and it's not so awkward. I question. Wow, that was a lot of things. The Lawless! Hi, welcome. 来てくれてありがとうございました. The chat box being cut off bothers me more. The chat box being cut off? What do you mean? It's not cut off. If we're talking about influences, I'd like to start by saying that you're an incredible influence. Oh no! No, not like this! This isn't the compliment I can accept! You are always kind, sweet, and super cute. Your streams are a light in dark times. Thank you for being such a beautiful soul. Ugh. Half Canadian. That's really, really nice. You. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's very kind, but I don't believe you. But I think I mean, I am not going to say no you to a compliment that's been so very eloquently expressed and so sincere. So I appreciate that that's how you feel. And I'm glad that my streams can kind of be this for some people. At the end of the day, I mean, as much as I enjoy streaming, it wouldn't be any fun for me if it weren't fun for you guys. Like, if no one enjoyed my streams, right? Then no matter how much fun I'm having, of course I'd sit there and just be like, well, I mean, what do you guys want to do? Right? That'd be like if you invited a group of friends over to hang out and like you were the only one who wanted to be there. And then you're like, ah, dude, I'm sorry. You know, like, please forgive me. What that sounds? Can slide teleport behind? How did I? Nothing. Oh no, our friendship is valued solely on how tied up your hair is. Whatever clued you in otherwise. I knew it. You were only friends with me for my ponytail. This is my second Harune stream. Well, thank you so much for coming, Sugi-san. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that this really is your second stream, right? I only just met you Tuesday. Harriet Fate. Hi, welcome. Yeah, when you grow your hair out in like 0.5 seconds so you have long hair, I like you more. Well, I'm sorry about that. Meanwhile, I have Harune is one of my biggest influences in the thanks tab of my about page. Whoa. Bruh. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Damon. Hi, welcome. Hello, Ken. I have to admit, Harune makes me more wholesome. Oh, jeez. Rose, I was gonna say that one of the main reasons I was able to keep streaming and actually keep going as a VTuber was because of you. You have wonderful words. Oh, and you kept me motivated and smiling when I was actually in a bad place. I've never been able to meet so many new and wonderful people because of you. Oh, I've been able to meet because I can't read. So thank you for being one of my biggest influences. You guys, this wasn't supposed to be a compliment stream. Oh, you guys are great. Heck, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Once again, I'm glad that this is the outcome. Of course, this is not something, you know, I don't stream to be like, haha, you know, maybe tomorrow people will tell me I'm great, you know, like, of course not. I just, you know, just want to have a good time with you guys, and if it helps you too, then Hey, like, we both benefit from this. And Cutie Nepgear, I'm gonna take that sippy. Thank you very much. And I wanted this to be, you know, a super casual, like, very much like a coffee chat. Like when you meet up with a friend and you're just kind of sitting across from each other with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or whatever you're into. And we're just, you know, casually chatting because I feel like this is the right kind of atmosphere for it. Hence the bossa nova. Also because I like Ghibli. But anyway, Ruki, hi, hello the double. Zeta, which I already said hello to. Hello, Top Gun, welcome. Hugs for Harune, thank you. So influence, as in, shaping our thoughts, philosophies, are basically life inspirations. Yes. What is this influence topic? I need context. Given how often people tell you how you grade on the regular, it's absolutely baffling how you could think the stream would not turn out this way. Listen, it's never been on my brain. I never think about my influence towards other people or people's impressions of me. That's never on the forefront of my mind, ever. I'm never like, I wonder what so-and-so thinks. I wonder what my viewers think. I mean, if you're here, I assume we're here to have a good time. I'm the one that protects the chocolate chips from those that would be fooled. I just finished a cup of ramen juice myself. Ramen juice? Soup? Chopsticks doesn't pick up water, so I'm always left with the best juice afterwards. Yes, so basically what I meant about the topic was, especially nowadays, probably more now than ever, we are being influenced by not just people we know, but, I mean, I guess this is sort of a given, but definitely people we don't know, right? The way we choose to dress ourselves, maybe certain games that we play, books that we read, movies that we watch. Everything's, I mean, we pick and choose either Instagram influencers, if that's sort of the ship you sail, Tumblr posts. I don't know if anyone's on Tumblr anymore. And VTube is just internet personas, internet personalities, people that you see on the internet, the makeup you wear, the shoes, the jewelry, you know, and maybe how we choose to handle certain situations too. And I feel like that's a little bit less obvious. But I think when you're steeped in a community for a certain period of time, just like what I do when I meet new people, and especially if I become close with them, I start to pick up little habits that they have, right? Like Kai accuses me of stealing words from him, which is not true. Actually, it's only a little bit true, but vice versa, right? He steals some of my words too. I've stolen phrases from I've stolen like British phrases from Alex. I niad more than I ever have in my life because of Foss. Like and those weren't conscious decisions. It's you know, things. It's words that I have said. It's reactions that I have that occur organically because of the people that I have found myself, you know, spending a lot of time with, getting to know. And I think that probably happens with more than just me. I think that happens with a lot of people. And I kind of wanted to talk about that. I wanted to sort of talk about recognizing the good from the bad. And, you know, just sort of having a conversation. Are we aware when we're sort of being negatively influenced? Can we realize, or have we been able to realize, maybe it was a light bulb moment and you're like, man, this person's actually not the best role model. Or maybe, you know, based on this person's life decisions and outcomes, maybe this isn't the kind of person I should be taking advice from. Like, have you guys had that experience? That's something that I'd like I'd like to... That's the kind of conversation I'd like to have. So many words. This is so... Wait, this is... too wholesome for my problems I'm facing. Just wanted to say hi and wish you a good stream. Have a good night. Good night! Harriet Fate, thank you so much for coming and have a wonderful rest of your day, whether it is morning, noon, or night. おやすみなさい。来てくれてありがとうございました。That's kind of a deep question. Haven't really thought about it that way. That's okay. In the information age, after all, everyone's voice goes a lot further. True. Da Vinci was known as being able to do anything, so I branched out everything as I could. Everything I do as best as possible in a small attempt to become well-rounded. Hello, Kenshin! 来てくれてありがとうございました. Does it count my influence was Leonardo da Vinci? It does count. I think it does. Costech, hi, welcome. And then Harune goes, what? Oh, this is just a stream where everyone goes, Harune, I love you so much. And then Harune goes, what do you mean? True. Oh my goodness. You guys are great. It is incredibly true. I've heard it is true. How do you steal a word? It just, like, you absorb it via osmosis. And you're just like, ah, yes, I guess I say this now. Excuse me. Enculturation is a thing. You naturally pick up bits and pieces of your greater context and habits from the people around you. Real. I started saying hi because of you and I can't stop. I nya at my students. I blame Foss. I nya more now thanks to Foss. True. We are all influenced by society, as cringy as it may sound. Sometimes it's for better, but sometimes it's for worse. No, I think that's an incredibly valid point, and that's part of why I wanted to sort of have this kind of conversation. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Just stole that quote. Hey, you just take up the mask to go in front, and then you just want to be just like the friends. Oof, I definitely know that I hear your voice in my head occasionally, depending on what's happening. We stand blank in this house. Well, that's a Kai-ism. Usagi-mero, hi, welcome. The choices we make are sometimes not those which we want to choose. For sure. Tom Petty influenced the way I see music. He believed that music was some form of real magic, saying there's not some trick involved with it. It's pure and it's real. It moves, it heals, it communicates, and does all these incredible things. Bruh, I love Tom Petty. Thank you for sharing that, half Canadian. I think that's a great influence. Uski, I'll spill my thoughts if that's no worries. No, absolutely not. You go ahead and you spill, my dude. Hello, Kiryu. Welcome. 来てくれてありがとうございました. How are you doing today? I was influenced by a lot of friends, and now I'm where I stay. Hopefully that's in a good place, Costech. Shaman, the habits people pick up from others are from having a connection with them. Doesn't have to be good or bad. Human interaction is so fascinating, which is why I'm going for my master's in psychology. Ganbatte. Mix Watcher, would you say it's bad to be influenced by a bad influence if at the same time that bad influence is being influenced for the better by you? It depends if you learn from that. I mean, let's say you grow up with someone who has very recklessly used drugs and alcohol. And if that's someone that you've been around your whole life, you are under this impression that drug and alcohol abuse is okay. Now, if you see what that person has become, and you say, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to be like that person. I'm going to do everything in my power to be not that person. Then that is a positive influence from a negative, or that's a positive outcome from a negative influence. But most of the time, that's not the case. So I guess that's the whole nature versus nurture. You know, like if like a parent were an alcohol and drug abuser, and you are the exact opposite, like you have a very strong stance against that, then could you say that the nature versus nurture? I don't want to get too much into that because it's a totally different conversation. Friends are a complicated thing. They are indeed usagi-mero, but still parents are the best to adapt to. Stealing words is called plagiarism. Only in academics. Actually, no, just don't steal people's words. Quote people and things. Hello Delta Mac, welcome. Cause I'm a steal. I used to say hi reasonably often, but you've made me say it more. It's just nice. I think it comes out really easily. Just hi. You nya at you nya at your students. Oh goodness. And look, it's not like I sit there and I go, I'm gonna nya. 3, 2, 1, nya. Right? It's like if they make a mistake and I want to like catch them at it, but I don't want to stop them completely. I just want to be like, oh, that right there. And I'll be like, yeah. They're like, excuse me. Benish Spore, not sure how to explain. In this place, what influence would best capture things? Huh? I will start with 3 answers and we may choose among the 3. My father, life, etika, online, Benish Spore, character, writing, academia. That's... Pick one. I'll be real though, between you, Senpai Kai, Starlet and Argama, I feel like the community was something that I was able to keep going forward before things turned a bit bad. Your kind word streams and just chatting between you and Kai's comfy streams as well. It's been welcome. And one of my main reasons to keep going. Oh, I'm so glad. I really am. And I hope that you do keep pushing forward because you're going to be that kind of positive influence on someone else. I know it. Hi is significantly better than my old default greeting, which was, what do you want? Made me wheeze. Holy heck. Dang, I've been standing forever. Kai, we need to have a standoff. Wait, what? For what? Wait, what are we standing? So what are we doing today? We're talking about positive and I guess negative influence. Of course we would love to dwell on the positive, but I also just want to create an awareness of negative influences. And sometimes we can't tell. And sometimes some influences have started out positive, but then have slowly become negative. Right? So, keep your eyes honest and open. See with eyes unclouded, I think is what Ashitaka from Mononoke Hime would say. Nox Ghost, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. How are you doing today? And what has been a positive or negative influence in your life? As I see music is the best word of communication, I mean classic. You mean like Mozart? That's so nice to hear because I listen to that everywhere at the end of time. 6 hours long. What is that? A few months ago, YouTube broadcasted a pre-recorded Tom Petty concert. I cried realizing that's the closest I'll ever get to seeing him perform live. Ooh, Tom Petty. I am like that. The Lawless. Hi, welcome. After playing Valhalla, I've been curious about how it would be bartending for a while, to listen to people chat and stuff. Too bad I'm more likely to just get drunk. Get drunks and rowdies. I'm more likely to get drunks and rowdies. Unfortunately, that's probably more likely what will happen in most bars, especially since most people come in with a friend, and so the venting session is between them and the friend and not quite the bartender. But being behind the counter means you're privy to, maybe some snippets of the conversation. But I have kind of wondered the same thing, and it was after I played Valhalla. I was like, man, I wonder what it would be like if I were a bartender. I have thought about it more than once, but I'm quite clumsy and would probably not be good in a rush. So, at least I'm honest. My brother did some questionable things, and I never wanted to be like him. That's good. I had that exact experience, sadly, with my family. I saw how toxic and unhappy certain behaviors made them, and I have tried to distance myself from that as much as possible. And that's hard. It's hard because family is supposed to be sort of your strongest and closest influence. And to have to put your foot down like that and be like, I can't, I can't take this. Like, this is against everything that I believe is good. It's a hard choice to make. And I hope that someday, you'll be able to reconcile that. And hopefully they'll be able to see that their decisions have not been the best. Quote people and things. Exactly. Uski, oh, here we go. Let's go, my lad. TBH, I stumbled across the VTuber community around late of last year. A lot of people I called friends never grew up or are the type of people to use super offensive vocab all the time. I got tired of the atmosphere and wanted to find a place where there's some positivity and teasing in a good manner. So when I stumbled upon here, I've never had the stones to tell people they're cute before, and it's kind of second nature here. I've met people who have the same interests as me, music and anime. Oh, Uski, that's wonderful! You sweet blessed bean. We love that you're here, Uski. We love that you've been here. You are a wonderful addition to the community. I'm gonna nyasa. Because of my dad, I sometimes describe my car as putsy. It's fun, but not powerful. Good for putzing around town. I love the word putzin. My dad uses that word. My first car was a Volkswagen Passat, and his name was Wallace. And he was the perfect little putzer. Like, he truly was just, he could scoot. But even if you stepped on the gas, it would, like, take him a minute. Like, he'd be like, oh, you want me to accelerate? Okay. And so by then, it was like, oh my god, people behind me are like, is she gonna move? So, but I loved Wallace. He was the best first car ever. And I'm sure he's in a happy home now. Gastrolia, I think I saw you earlier, but I'm gonna say hi to you again. It's difficult to choose between helping someone through a dark time in their life or backing away so that you're not affected by it. If you're a person yourself that's influenced easily over time, then it's best to separate from that. Use your best judgment so that you're also not brought down. That's very, very true. There are a lot of people who want to be that positive person, that helpful person, because they know how much it's needed, right? But, at the same time, being around someone, who, even when you try your best to bring them up, and even if you do bring them up momentarily and they sort of fall back down, to bring someone up emotionally is taxing to your emotions in and of itself. So, of course, you can help a friend. That's what friends do. And of course you would want to. But also don't be afraid to be honest with your friend and go, hey, I love you. You are an incredible friend and I only want what's best for you and I want you to be happy. But I can't keep doing this as consistently as I've had to because it's taking a toll on my mental state. Can we heal together? What's something, or can I have some time to heal myself? You know what I mean? And that's hard to do because of course you don't want to make your friend feel bad. You don't want your friend to feel like, oh my gosh, it's my fault that I've made this person so upset now. But I think what's so very powerful about friendship is that all you want to do is to keep boosting each other up, right? And hopefully by being honest with your friend like that, they'll also realize that, hey, I have been super negative, and maybe I should either, number one, seek professional help, or number two, maybe, it's gotta be more on me now. I have to do what I can to improve my mental state so that I don't do this to a friend again. And it's hard. It is. Death Metal, hi, welcome. I know it sounds weird, but one of my personal influences is Sun Tzu. His teachings from The Art of War have taught me how powerful intel, knowledge, and diplomacy are, whether in an altercation or a friendship, and shaped my way of approaching a situation in a more analytical way. That's not weird at all. There's a reason why these people live in history. Kai, I'm scared about what you've just written, and I know I'm quite behind. A negative influence. Well, I definitely pick up on what annoys my friends, and I've definitely been using them more often. Like how Harune just likes me talking about dabbing at Crocs, or how Nova gets exasperated when I say Maji Manji. Kai. But Kai, we love you all the same. Benige, I'll start with my father, which is in part which pushes me to inspire others to help others understand what they want. He would hold a hat just beyond my grasp to teach me when I'd complain, "You won't let me have it." He would answer, "It's because you don't want it." To want something, the ambition to do anything one sets their mind to, for my growth in my work or academia. If someone asks why I do these things, to keep pushing to be greater than I am, because I wanted it. Well, there we go. That's good. Uesugi, I can say this with full confidence, but if it weren't for finding your stream and recently becoming a streamer, I wouldn't be around right now. Oh, goodness. I'm glad that this could help you, but I'm sorry that you were in such a dark place that, you know, that could have been not a possibility. But I hope you are feeling even just a little bit better. Dr. Harune, no, I'm not. No. Give me a drink, bartender. Swoosh crash. Yeah, that's me. Some memes have influenced me. For example, peanut butter baby. Sometimes when it's quiet, I'll just say, I don't actually know the peanut butter baby meme. What is that? Within the last 24 hours, I attempted to be apprehended. My strongest thought in the hospital was that I wouldn't be able to stream on time. There was unwholesome. Oh, Uesugi-san! Keep pushing. Keep pushing, my friend. Life is worth it, I promise you. The world is a beautiful place. It is. Quote people, cite sources, expand horizons, and experience many things. That's good, Vagrant. I like that. An actual negative influence that I still... is that I still have friends who think things like the N-word is funny, kinda. So they'll say it occasionally. It's a bit annoying because I want to eliminate it as much as I can from my life, so I don't say it at all. And even though I wouldn't, I still worry that I might accidentally say it because they haven't listened to me asking them to stop. Have you said it seriously? Like, have you been like, guys, like, I get that you think it's funny, and I know no one here would truly be offended by it, but like, please do me could you do this for me? And if they're your real friends, they would respect that. If they don't, then maybe they're not good friends. You hate to see it. You need to be alive for our collab. Exactly. I actually hopped into the server, and the positivity that people gave me when I was in the hospital really renewed my desire to go on. I didn't even realize you were in the hospital at that time. Oh my goodness, are you feeling okay now? Are you okay? Uski is freaking cute. True! Heckin' true. Also, from watching the Kind Word streams, I learned a lot about reflecting on how to treat others, and even combating my beliefs my parents forced onto that don't particularly resonate with me, i.e. my father's beliefs on relationships and race, my mother's beliefs in friendship, and even both my parents' beliefs when it comes to the things I like. I'm grateful that all of you, both on the Project Harune team and VTuber community in general, aim to spread positive vibes and support to all. Oh, Uski! Uski ski! Uski ski! Thank you so much, Uski. And you know what? You've contributed to that too. You've definitely been like one of the forerunners in like opening up to having those kinds of conversations, and I think it's really, really helped, you know, be a catalyst for that sort of stuff. So I very much appreciate it, and I'm glad we could be that help for you too. This is a symbiotic relationship. We help each other here. Hi, welcome. Uski, ski. True. Gushing moment over. Because really, seems like this is all I ever talk about, but a bunch of my friends helped me realize that I'm trans. helping me with it and generally being around. Yay! No, I'm very, very happy. Melly! Melly, my skelly! I am influenced by none. I am the influencer. Melly, you are so strong. You are the strongest skeleton. You are the strongest Skeletor. I am the influencer. You are. You are, Melly. You are great. Did we get a shout out for Mel? I think we did, didn't we? Yes, I thought I saw that. Where it at? Costek, as for my professional influence, I was near my two older brothers and how they act and all that, but still, as I was growing up, my father made me realize how my uncle is showing his class to other elder people. He's over 25 years, I guess, but how he is, and I wanted to be like him. I have a close two friends. One was partying all the time, but then he cut the ties with them and started watching anime because of me. First friend I have is connected to me. Oh, nice! Nice. Push each other to have them wholesome good times. Death metal, I do have a couple negative influences, mostly alcohol related, which deter me away from drinking, though I'm not draconian, so people can hold their liquor and not go crazy on it, I don't mind. Nice. Of course you are, Papa Bones. Half Canadian says my first car, which is my current car, but not for much longer, is a 94 Mustang. Ooh, I call her Layla. After the Eric Clapton, Derek and the Domino songs. I was just thinking that. Half Canadian, you got some good musical taste, my dude. Yukime Sakura-chan, the only negative influence I can think over the general populace in the area I grew up in. My childhood was based in a real small town with a certain kind of point of view. I relate with Alex because of the N-word kind of issue. When I finally moved into the big city for the first time, it was definitely a long, slow, and very painful growing process, but I ended up better at the end. My greatest negative influence is myself. Usagi Mero! Usagi Mero! If you're able to recognize that, are you at least pushing to, change for the better? Are you working on it? Because recognizing is only the first baby step. But we gotta keep pushing forward from there, right? I'm still really mad at the friend who called the police on me, but I know that they're a true friend, and once I can bring myself to forgive them, I hope they'll forgive me for being mad. I think they will. I think love and sincerity from one will encourage it in the other. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, they were worried about you. They're truly someone I should continue to talk to and someone I can consider a true friend. Zephion, hi, welcome. How are you doing today? Wholesome stream is getting more wholesome because of Sen. True. Half Canadian, a few years ago, I realized my dad might also be a bad influence on me. I was less than a year out of high school and without a job. My dad said, you need to start thinking about what you have to offer people in terms of a relationship, which was an anxiety I had all throughout high school that prevented me from asking girls out on dates. Oh my gosh! That's like the worst way to word things ever. Bruh. Papa Canadian, you can't do that. Nuh-uh. Nox Ghost, I have always had a love-hate relationship with my mom, and yesterday she called me useless, and that hurt on a different level. I have a pretty low self-esteem, and that hurt my self-esteem even more. What should I do? Unfortunately, I mean, of course, the first thing I would say would be to let your mom know that that hurt, right? But not every parent is, gosh, I hate to say this. Not every parent cares in that way. They're like, you're my child. I'm going to tell you what I think, no matter how you feel about it. This is how I feel, therefore my feelings are my truth. And if it hurts you, then just fix it. You know what I mean? Of course, that's not how it should be. But I feel like that's how some parents handle things, especially when they say things like that to their own children. KT, thank you so much for hosting. Hi and bye. Take care of yourself today. As always, you work very, very hard. Please make sure that you give yourself plenty of breaks and that you have a chance to relax, sit down, just drink some water, breathe, go to the bathroom, eat some food. When Foxy! Hello, hello! Thank you so much for the host! Give Foxy a shout out, please. But yeah, because that's definitely something that my mom has done to me. And I have told her, like, hey, the stuff you say is really hurtful. Could you not? And her argument was exactly that. Like, I'm your mom. I'm the only person who will tell you the truth. Everyone who doesn't say otherwise is just being nice. So, blah, blah, blah. But, so I sort of had to come to a decision. Of course, she is my mother and I love her. And, she is, at the end of the day, a very good person. But I had to sort of decide for myself that when she says that or things of that nature, water off a duck's back, right? Just let it bounce right off. Because of course we care about what our parents say. At the end of the day, in some way, shape, or form, we want to get our parents' approval in what we do. But that was something that I had to make a conscious decision to just be like, when I hear this, it means nothing to me. This has to mean nothing to me. Because she is the only one who says things like this, and I have so many other friends who have said X, Y, and Z to the contrary. Right? I feel like somebody... Oh, The Real Goku, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. I'm sorry I didn't greet you sooner. I just knew that if I stopped talking to greet you, I would totally lose my train of thought. But what has been a positive or negative influence to you? And Usagi Mero, thank you so much for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community and for allowing them to be special cronchlets. I can't talk today. Cronchlets within the kingdom. Arigatou gozaimashita. Kanshou shiteimasu. Arigatou. Silvervale has influenced me to stream on Twitch, and a couple days ago I finally became a VTuber. Pachi 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 omedetou. Maybe someday I could join the VSW, just maybe. I think as long as Entreya continues to accept applications. It's kind of hard to pick an inspiration. TBH haven't had a really good one, and that's okay. It's better to recognize that there hasn't been many good ones than to say you have all of these and not recognize that they haven't been so great. It's okay. That's fine. Please look up Peanut Butter Baby. I will do that. It's so crazy how fast I get influenced and how quickly important streams and streaming became to me. That's wonderful, though. I mean, when we feel that connection, it's good to be able to feel like, gosh, all I want to do, like I feel encouraged and empowered, and I just want to go for it. Like, that's a wonderful feeling. Relish that feeling. Well, on a more serious note for negative influences, my mother may have obsessive-compulsive disorder where she feels paranoid about making sure a door is properly locked or the phone is properly hung up. She'll often spend minutes picking up the phone to double-check the ringtone over and over again before she's satisfied. Over time, I feel I've also developed a slight paranoia when it comes to checking that I hung up properly. But I always limit myself to checking thrice at most. Ooh, Kai, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one because... for your mom, it's probably a habit that she can't help. And for you, it's just an influence. So you're like, oh, stop it. You know what I mean? That's an interesting one. At least you've at least made a limit to yourself, right? 3 is a good number. Although if I could choose one, I'd probably have to choose my mom. She's gone through all kinds of heck as a single parent to make sure me and my brother are, and always... did it with a smile on her face. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful, Zephion. Calcium. Pikinu? Calcium has been a good influence on you? I'm gonna take a sippy, thank you very much. Thank you, Rose. Hello, Octagon Sun, how are you doing today? I'm okay. Didn't do anything that permanently affected me. I was able to stream on time today. I've been diagnosed with major depression disorder. Now that I know it's a problem, I can get help. That's wonderful. I'm glad. The Lawless says, sometimes I wonder how fantasy media influences people regarding international empathy. I mean, with how many different respectable cultures, or creatures in fiction, I wonder how that influences people. Like, many people are fond of mushroom people or robots, yet many previous gens discriminate over things trivial as hair color. Things like that still exist very much, but I just wonder sometimes. That's a good point. I mean, some like if you guys have seen Carnival Row on Amazon, like they have their own streaming service. I know Mel has seen Carnival Row. He was the one who got me into it. An influence, you see. But there is like severe like oppression against magical creatures. And they even have like their own derogatory terms that humans use and things like that. And you know, someone who you know, like a magical creature who has you know, pulled himself up by the bootstraps has pulled himself up by the bootstraps and has made good money and good living for himself, and who worked really, really hard to like live in high society, was still looked down by his neighbors because he was a creature. He was a bootstraps. Because he was a magic. But yeah, so that God, I can't talk. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Yeah, so like that certainly addresses a very serious topic, but in a fantasy sort of setting. And I wonder if people recognize that, you know? Giving names to his car sounds like mechanophilia? No. Ludboy, no, please. It's just, it's affection. Like, I name everything. I name my car, I name my instruments. I name all my stuffed animals. Don't out me. Oh yeah, my current car's name is Titan. He is a good boy. My car's named Gar. Yukime Sakura, I've never really named my cars, but my first car was a 94 Jeep Grand, woo! Which started having loads of issues and needing new parts, so I gave it to my sister. Hey, it's fine. A famous person that I view as a role model is Michael Faraday. Faraday? Is it Faraday or Faraday? Despite having little formal education and being relatively bad at math, he worked hard to educate himself and became one of the most influential scientists of all time. Since I'm mostly self-taught and love science, his example gives me hope that I can succeed in my ambitions no matter what hand I've been dealt. Exactly! That is a very good influence. Our family minivan was named Betsy before she got totaled. Oofies. Rip van. Uesugi, I would have never thought to be this open, especially with strangers. But there's just something about being honest and transparent recently that I think all the recent interactions have been affecting. So from the bottom of my heart, thank all of you for your kind words, and I look forward to getting to know you through Harune's Discord as well as any similar Just Chatting streams. Oh, it's wonderful. I'm so glad. Heck. Lightning Smite, hi, welcome. Children with opinions and feelings, blasphemy. Say psych. Say psych, bruh. Erikune, hi. I know I'm probably super far behind. Foxy, I love you. I see you. I see you on my Tahatageru. Oh, hi, welcome. Te quiero también. Yeah. The Double Zeta, I'm being heavily influenced by games. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass being the biggest recent influence for me. You've heard me talk about the importance of empathy and its connection to games. Although now I specifically try to get things to influence me if it's in a good way through empathizing. It's a learning experience, but empathy being what it is, it usually isn't pleasant. Empathy has brought up feelings in me I thought I could get rid of, like feeling lonely. Oof, yeah. As an empath, it's hard to not feel negative things as well. You do have to be careful. But that doesn't mean, I mean, feeling negative things isn't necessarily bad. I mean, if we felt only good things all the time, I think we'd start to become numb, you know? We need the downs with the ups. Kai is a Q1. True! People deserve hugs today. True. Bye, Sugi-san. He's probably long gone because I'm behind again today. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just catching him up on the 5 donated subs. Wait, what? Gifted subs. Oh, Uesugi's back. Oh, bruh, so fast. I used to be super extroverted as a child, but adults kept telling me that I was too hyper and talkative, so I spoke less and less until I was in high school and barely spoke at all. I got so used to staying silent in public that I have difficulty speaking to people face to face. I'm trying to get used to speaking verbally to people over voice chats, but I'm still not very good. Oh my gosh, hiccup, I'm sorry. At in-person stuff. Blue, same, big same. My mom would tell me a lot that I was too hyperactive. Like I would always embarrass her in public, apparently. So as an experiment, one time I didn't say a single thing when we went out to dinner. This was like, I was still in elementary school, right? So it wasn't really an experiment, but I felt very hoity-toity about it. So I just didn't say a thing, right? And I just like sat there with my arms, with my hands folded, and I like barely said anything. And I think we had like met up with a couple family friends. I don't even remember, but I like hardly said any words. And afterwards, my mom, like after we had left, she was like, "Who do you think you're trying to fool by sitting there with your hands folded and acting like you're some sort of angel or something?" I was like, all right, so now I know that you'll just complain about anything and it doesn't really matter what it is. So like, that being said, even if I like came to that conclusion, right? You know, it's still not great to hear, right? And when I was in high school, I had a hard time looking people in the eye. So don't worry about it, Blue. Keep pushing. I've been there at least. I'm sure many of us in chat have also been through it. But just know that we love you. All right? Blue, skeet! There we go. Oversharing is fun! I'm there with you! Influences in your life. My biggest ones were probably negative, unfortunately, but I'm trying to make that a positive outcome by focusing on accomplishing things in my life. You got this, Erikune. Mix Watcher. It's hard to think of bad influences. It's not like I think it's been a good life for me, but it's like I might not be looking at myself objectively, and I might think something is normal when it might actually be wrong. Then again, there's all sorts of perspectives to look from, so maybe it might be wrong to some, while to others it's not. It's hard to determine. That's all. It's all up to your perspective. Your perspective. Because at the end of the day, the influence only directly affects you. Right? Oh, yeah. Nya, nya, nya. Alex. Honey, please, my stomach aches. I'm sorry. Atani H&W, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. What has been a positive or negative influence in your life? 教えてください. For some reason, okay, I was gonna say, for some reason it didn't show the follow. No, we're good. The half Canadian, looking back, Steve Irwin was definitely an influence on me as a child. I spent most summer days in my childhood catching frogs, lizards, and snakes. And when I got my first job at McDonald's, there was an occasion where I had to chase a snake out of the drive-thru so it didn't get run over. I'm glad I did, because my coworker was trying to swat at it with a broom. Bruh, coworker could have been bit, and that would have been not great. You named your sneezes, Carl. Listen, Kai helped me with that. You named your stomach. Yes, Lewis. I forgot about Lewis. I'm going to transfer this to mobile because I sincerely can't miss a second of this. Oh, wonderful. Nighthawk, hello. I've named my last 3 vehicles a dark red Malibu named Urza. Yes! Great namesake. A yellow Escape named Homer. I like that one too. And a blue eclipse named Saber. Bro, I love all your vehicle names. Those are sick names. Oh, you're such a Cayenne. It's okay. I don't name my stuff, although I will back talk it. How dare you do this? Death God, thank you so much for the host. How are you doing today? Thank you for coming. Let's see. Now the thing I'd say that has influenced me the most is the hotel guests that I saw when I worked at one. You meet all kinds of people, from the really nice ones to the ones without an inch of kindness in them. Kind of learned to not take anyone seriously anymore. I don't want to work in customer service ever again.
My greatest influence I don't think I have. However, I have become a great influencer. Those who know me personally and talk with me on Discord and such, just for my bubbly and passionate personality I harbor.
Thank you so much, Cod, for the 100 crunches. I'm glad that you feel that you've been such a positive influence on others. Stay being bubbly. Peking, I think that's the purpose of working in customer service. People just have to learn the hard way, like, what's like the reason why people need to be kind. People who don't work in customer service or like have to work with talking to people, they're just like on a totally different planet. They just like have no idea how to talk to people without being an absolute derp. So I think customer service, as terrible as it is, and Peking, you've done your time. You don't ever have to do it again, hopefully. But yes. Gastrolia, on the more negative side, and the effects of my parents' divorce, which happened when I was extremely young, so the divorce itself didn't affect me, resulted in me kind of shutting myself off from people my age, resulting in me being bad at socializing. Oh, Gastrolia, don't worry. Keep working at it. The first baby step is acknowledging. And then, you know, just making small steps to just opening up. You don't even have to like hop into other people's conversations or anything like that, but just even being present in a conversation is a huge help. It really is. Mr. Bombastic Man, hi. Maki-kun needs a hug. Oh no. We give hugs here. I'm getting hungry says you need a little rain to have a little rainbow. To borrow the phrasing of a certain someone. I love that. Jocelyn, hi, welcome. Harune is the Q0, the original cute. All cute stems from her. That's not true. That's not true. Hello, Cod. Yes. Hope to continue this kind of conversation at Harune's Discord. Yeah. Now we have enough Q's from a triangle to form a triangle. I can see the problem now. Consider the triangle formed by cuties. Q0, Q1, Q2. My most influential figure is Joan of Arc. She's so cool because they really stood by what they believed in, even if it meant persecution. I mean, she was burned at the stake, but yeah, I'm glad she wasn't like, hi, psych, I never saw visions. Haruxology, praise Harune from no. Erikune, oh yes, I got that from people I work with. They'll complain if you do one thing, then complain if you do the other. I came to think that those people just want to complain and let things out, so I tend to not pay much attention to it. I just let them complain and keep trying to do my best. Exactly, Erikune, that's all you can do. Oni Expert, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Tell us about demons. No, that's not today's conversation. Although, that's a thought for a Halloween conversation. But you know, what has been a positive and negative influence on your life? 教えてください。知りたいんだから。Death Metal says, I guess another influence that I have is you. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's ever come across, but I've struggled with social anxiety, among some other mental health issues, and struggled to hold a conversation for a long while. But because you and chat have been so easy to talk to and been so understanding, I've slowly been able to chat more and even crack a few jokes here and there, so thank you. Death Metal, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. And, you know, I kind of noticed. I did kind of notice. I was like, some of the things that you've put in, like, the last couple of kind word streams have been really insightful. And I was like, man, is it just me or is Death Metal talking a little bit more? And it's been a real treat, so I appreciate it. Thank you. DC-kun, ooh, who or what has had an influence on us? Kangaero. I'm proud to influence some Spanish on Harune. Yeah. Good influence. Although, I just know te quiero and piña colada. Did I say it right? Hello, Ken. How hard an influence in a negative way? She makes me call random people cute. You call random people cute? That's so wholesome. Quality over quantity. Definitely in the friends department. Heck, I even brought one of those from a state of wanting to they're back on their feet. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. I named my old truck Big Zero, or is that Big O? I can't tell. People who never work service turn into Karens and Robert. Bruh. Absolutely. 100% true. True! With all the voice cracks of a pre-pubescent teenager. It's true. It's true. Cola cutie. Yeah, where's Cole? Cole! Hi! Welcome. Did I give you a hot dog? Boom! Cole daisuki. Okay. There we go. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you heard that was my neck. Mix Watcher, I think I've been taught to my parents to be good and patient to others, which is a good thing, but I remember them being quite harsh when I would do something bad. Because of this, I'm kind of more reserved and introverted. I don't resent my parents for helping me grow up to be kind to others naturally, but it has made things harder when it comes to me doing things for myself or having the confidence to go out more. I definitely noticed that, like, if I were to get into any sort of, like, disagreement with a friend, or even if I, like, receive constructive criticism, I take it so bad. Like, I get so sad, and I feel like crying. And that was, like, something I recognized. I was like, why am I like this? Like, I had to, like, it's been easier for me to do as I get older, but I do remember just, like, taking things so badly. Like, I wouldn't lash out in anger, but I just remember just feeling like, all right, yeah, never gonna do this again, because I received some, because it wasn't perfect the first time, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, but just, like, having to, like, stop yourself and just be like, why do I think this way? What is the other person really trying to say? Are they saying this to hurt my feelings, or are they doing this to help me improve? You know what I mean? And usually that helps, but, like, it's a transition for sure. It's a switch in the mindset, and it's not always an easy one. Cypher says, oh, this reminds me, in answer to your stream topic, I've been influenced by my military background because I grew up in a military family. Oh, that must have been difficult. That must be difficult. Military families move around quite a bit, and there is a very strong sense of discipline in the house. I do have a very close, one of my best friends grew up in a military family, and it's a strong household for sure. That Neat says, I talk to people a lot at my job. I guess you can say that my job is what influenced me because it made me realize that I actually like people and can actually get good at talking to strangers. Oh, that's wonderful. What a good skill to have. Vagrid says, coming from a kind of more academic background, there's a lot of influences and paradigms I can think of that end up getting applied to my research. Theorists like Foucault, Bordeaux, I think that's how you pronounce it, Bordeaux, I guess, and others come up in a way and analyze things constantly. The Lawless says, I live by a quote I saw in a video once. No one knows what they're doing. Everybody stinks. And most importantly, no one knows what they're doing. Yes, true. I took a few courses in demonology. Bruh, where do you take demonology courses? Sign me up. Demons are cute, the end. Justice best demon. Eddie Kune, I've done tech support over the phone and have discovered the importance of being nice and working with people. I've had exceptionally angry people who turned really apologetic once things were working. Mostly they are angry because something isn't working and they can't get it to work, not something personal. For sure. And when they can't get the help that they need the instant they want it, they get angry Quite ingy. Oh my gosh, all these hugs. I love it. Half Canadian because of Harune and Rose Doodle. I call everyone cute, even myself sometimes. Yes! Call yourself cute, my dude. Because all you cutes. Karen's re. The cute half Canadian? Yeah. Let's see. Negative side. Hearing and actually seeing family and friends telling lies. Using me for personal gain. Thus me feeling the aura of each person making me have trust issues. Oof. I unfortunately understand that well. Konbanwa! Maruzo! Hi, welcome! What has been a positive and or negative influence on your life? Positive influence. I'm willing to put myself down and take the brunt of the storm for others that I care and really respect due to my bubbly personality. Negative influence. I barely stand up for myself. Poor taking a criticism and I have self-esteem issues. I believe those are qualities. What I mean by positive and negative influence is what you have received from others, right? Although though it's good to recognize your strengths and weaknesses. That is important. Half Canadian, another way Harune has influenced me. In future relationships, I'm going to look for someone who is as excited to see me as Harune is to see Foss. Well, oh goodness. Well, I hope your ears are ready for that. Oh my gosh. I ran away from my parents' home 2 years ago. Is it bad influence or am I just a jerk? That sounds like a Reddit thread. Am I the jerk? Although there's a different title for that. But it's all about the reason, right? Sometimes the nest just grows too small. And then the nest is the home is too small. And you don't feel like you can, be the person you're meant to be. As tough of a decision as that is, sometimes it does mean leaving. And as painful as that can be to your parents at the time, hopefully they grow to understand. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Positive side, JC-kun. My big brother who does help me and share his knowledge of what I should know, the good and the bad in the future, and little sister who has better memories and is smarter than me, since I am a slow learner and have bad memory. No matter the good or the bad, we got the three of us, accept each other who we are and not we're at their best. That's wonderful! Siblings are great. Cypher says, yeah, it was tough growing up, but luckily I didn't move compared to other families, but the deployments my dad went on were hard. Oh, I can only imagine. Still waiting for Harune to call herself cute. I'm sorry, it just won't happen. It just won't happen. Harune is the cutest. Usagi Mero. Nope. Ooh, double Zeta. I've had a roller coaster of paranoia. I learned early in my life that in games people subconsciously consider a 1% chance as no chance. What does that mean? It's because I was aware of this that I found out that I was being stalked. And afterwards, I was startled to realize I empathized with Seiya, the cautious hero. I remember high school, and my family was very hurt to hear what was happening. I never want that to happen again, so for a while, I trusted very, very little. Then you talked me out of it, so thank you. Aww. I'm sorry that you were hurt in such a way, but I'm also glad. I mean, it's important to be cautious, but not to the point of distrusting everybody. I can't help but think of Kaguya-san from Love is War. She, when she first met, the student council president or whatever, she thought that his kindness had some sort of ulterior motive. And so she used to spend a lot of time trying to, uncover what that was, only to find that there wasn't an ulterior motive and that there were people who were just as good as him, around. And it wasn't just him as being this sort of bizarre anomaly. So, I think that sort of discovery is important for everyone. Miyuki-kun, yeah. She always calls him Kaicho, so I forgot his name. I hear Kaicho more than his own name. Why does one need to wither? Why can't you both flourish? It would be great if we could all just flourish without any down moments. Also, best dad he has. His dad is something else. But yeah, no, sometimes we need the downs to have the ups. Everyone here is a big cute, and if you say no or no you, I will find you and call you cute to your face. Ken, no! No. Usagi, I feel like everyone around me doesn't really share much about themselves and their problems, and because of this, I have a tough time opening up to others. These types of streams have helped me a lot. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad. Hard agree. Death metal, I actually have a small group of IRL friends, and they have gone through some troubles, most of which I had gone previously. So as the oldest, I've given them some advice, which usually helped. And I even put one of them up for a few days due to said circumstances. I've even noticed that they've adopted some common phrases I use without knowing it, so I guess I may have influenced them. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That Neat says, speaking of having an influence on others, I'm happy when I see even the small influences I have on others. For a long time, I've gotten used to people forgetting about me. The small or large influences I have on others are the proof that I exist. Practice what you preach, Harune. Call yourself cute or drink water. I'm gonna drink water. Oh my goodness. Battle Court! Hi, welcome, welcome. Ooh, a stretchy. Here we go. I always yawn. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the stretchy. To quote Bob Ross, gotta have opposites, light and dark and light in painting. It's like in life. Gotta have a little sadness once in a while so you know when the good times come. I'm waiting on the good times now. Oh my gosh, I remember when he said that. There are some Twitch channels, actually, that stream Bob Ross like every day, 24 hours, all the time. Look them up. They're great for putting you to sleep because Bob Ross is the best. Oh, a redeem read aloud? I, Harune, am the cutest thing in the entire Twitch game. The Twitch is a game? What? Welcome to the prison! I know, my gosh, I'm here. Harune is a wholesome cute. No, you. So wait, what is today's topic? Positive and negative influences and recognizing both, right? Is there a channel on the Discord for selfies? I feel like I can call myself cute. So can Harune. I think Your Stuff. Yeah, the Your Stuff channel. You can post stuff like that if you are comfortable. Jocelyn, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. What has been a positive or negative influence on your life? And if there was a negative influence, how did you come to realize that it was negative, and have you been able to turn it into a positive? I'll share another story. So when I was in high school, so when I went to high school, it was not the high school that I went to with, or it was not the high school that all of my friends that I had grown up with in elementary school and middle school were going to. My high school was, it was going to be the first year, right? It was a brand new program that was opening up in the district. So we had to take an entrance exam. And then, you know, do like an orientation and things like that. But that meant meeting a whole new group of people, making a whole new group of friends, which thankfully I was able to. I didn't, you know, expect to make friends, but it was nice. They were wonderful people. And one of the people in the friend group, they were a very unique person, dressed in such a very distinct and very unique style. They had a very unique name, a very unique nickname, and just everything about them just screamed like strong and independent and, well, unique. And I very much admired that. And there was a part of me that was like, I would love to be like this, right? So immediately this person sort of became an influence. I became influenced by this person. Now, I think I had the sense to know that I couldn't quite dress like them, and I certainly couldn't change my name to be more like them. But I very much wanted to be good friends with them. I very much wanted to sort of just, I don't know, somehow, like, learn how to sort of be unique like them. Not be exactly like them, but to sort of have that sort of unique strength, I guess, or that sort of independence to be like, I can do whatever I want and rock it and whatever. So, you know, at first I found it to be a very positive influence, right? Like I wanted that sort of strength. But as I got to know this person and as the years went on, I realized that their personality, which I once found to be very bold and sort of like, oh, well, they just, you know, they say whatever's on their mind. They don't care. You know, actually was very mean and hurtful and not very constructive, sometimes destructive. How they treated people who were closer to them than I was actually not very kind. And I grew to sort of recognize that this was actually not the kind of person that I wanted to be friends with. It was a sort of a, you know, a splash of cold water to the face. Of course, I didn't want to think that way of them, but it was like one of the biggest warning signs was that we, you know, would do things together and normally we would be fine. But if I did one thing to upset them, even if it wasn't on purpose, like, they had me feeling bad for days. And I was like, well, if you were my, like, as a friend, I thought you would understand that I made a mistake. And of course it wasn't intentional, and I apologize, and I don't know why you have to feel so bitter. And I was like, hang on a second. I don't remember who told me this, but at some point, I remember someone said to me, you have to think about it as in, do you have more happy times? Like, what memories do you recall from this person? If you can recall more happy memories than sad memories, then this, you know, then it's just a friendship that's gone through some ups and downs. But if you are more likely to recall, you know, a negative, sorry, my nose is itchy. If you're more likely to recall a negative memory, a bad memory, rather than a good one, if you've had more frowny times than smiley times, then maybe this person isn't meant to be in your life. Now, take that with a grain of salt, because more often than none, we as people just tend to think about negative things more, or be more affected by negative things than positives. You could compliment a person, like, you know, 10 people could compliment a single person on their shoes, right? But one person can come along and say, hey, those shoes are dumb, and that could ruin that person's whole day. So a negative comment can go much farther than a positive one, unfortunately. That it's not great, right? But it does happen. Unfortunately, that's just how our minds are wired. But I did sort of that bit of reflection. I realized that this person was actually not a person that I wanted to be friends with. And like I said, it was a hard truth, and it took a little while. It took a couple of years. But I began to realize that this person who I once thought would be a positive influence on me was a negative. So that probably took longer to explain than it needed to be. Nick, hi, welcome. This is a big game called Life. True. Cod says, good influence. My real life friends make me open up and start socializing and make friends. Negative influence. My father, due to being a selfish and inconsiderate person who did only one good thing, had me and my brother, and it became negative after my dad. Oh my gosh. Yes, Cod, I remember you mentioning that. I'm very sorry that that's the sort of experience that you had to have with a parent, no less. Let's see. Arikune, some things you do not simply recover from. However, this doesn't mean that it has to stay an influence which harms you for your whole life. Exactly. Battle Court says a positive influence on my life is Stan Lee, the creator of most of the Marvel Universe. His ideas influenced me to create my own fictional universe, Chronicles of the First World. I remember you mentioning that, yes, but I wonder if I will ever be able to make it as big as his universe did. Don't think about it as what can I do in comparison to Stan Lee. What you do is what you do. As long as you are passionate about it and you keep it up, it's gonna be great. Don't you worry. Pyro Salamander, best influence is my now going on 12-year psychiatrist. Saw them when I was 12-ish. First meeting, I was sitting upside down on the couch in the room. She didn't try to correct me or anything. She just went, okay, so that's how this is going to go. And went over and sat upside down in her own chair too and just started as if everything was normal. That is, you have an amazing psychiatrist. Dang. I wish I got the chance to meet him before he passed. Double Zeta, people are very, very bad at understanding how chance works. For instance, a coin flip with the same result 3 times in a row is actually pretty likely when there are more than 3 flips. With 5, only the 3rd flip has to succeed. So if you're playing a game with dozens of coin flips, it's surprisingly likely and very frustrating. So good game design is to make chances be what our brains expect, such as making a coin flip a 1/4? Oh, a quarter if it just succeeded. Smoke and mirrors we want to be fooled by. This must have been based on a past conversation because I am a little bit lost, but I will trust you with that. The Lawless, something that influenced me watching a video about how people act when anonymous. It was a game show where people decide how to treat a person during a day. They soon choose horrible things to happen up till the person got into a bad accident. It got me worried how I unconsciously treat people. I don't have much consequence. Treat people I don't have much consequence over how I treat them, even game NPCs, especially since there are some people who treat IRL people as badly as Sims NPCs. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Once again, people who have no experience in customer service. Just the worst. Honey's cute. No you! Uesigi-san, that reminds me I used to have a crush on someone, but they kept doing things that I clearly never knew about them that I didn't see as a good influence. And sometimes it's tough because like when we've decided that we like someone, all we want to do is see the good things, right? Hello, Band Kid! Welcome, welcome! How are you doing today? About letting friends go. This is Blue. I'm afraid that if I do decide to stop associating with them, I'll be seen as selfish or that I've just expended their usefulness. For that reason, I'm super careful about who I call friends and who's simply just an associate. Unfortunately, yeah, that's another hard lesson to learn because, you know, ending a friendship with someone doesn't often end cordially. It's very rare that both people are like, hey, that was, you know, we had our run. It wasn't so bad, but it wasn't great either. Bye. And so, you know, not everyone's going to be happy. But at the end of the day, if you felt like it was the best decision, then it had to have been done, you know? Death Metal, well, I suppose that it's a good thing that you realize that person was no longer a particularly good influence. It can be very difficult when you have had some positive interactions, the rose-tinted glasses, as it were, and some people put up with it because of the person that they were, not who they are now. That's the dynamic nature of being human. The person you were isn't always the person you are. Exactly. My mom made gyoza. Gotta go before they're getting cold. Bye, Peaky Doo. Gyoza's very important. Go eat. Chatito, well, let me think about my influences and I'll speak. Yes, go right ahead. You take your time. No pressure. I'm good. I'm playing some games on Steam. Nice. Hi, Python. Am I late? No, Kaito. Thank you so much for coming. Hi. Welcome. How are you doing today? As someone said, it's hard to notice red flags when you're wearing rose-tinted glasses. Yes. Battlecourt said, as for my negative influences, I kind of already told you about it in the last chatting stream. Yes, I do recall. Gyoza poggers! True. Guys, I caught up. Whoa, end of chat. I know, I caught up! Big yays. Big yays. Maybe I should speak about positive now. That being said, kind of around the same time that I was realizing that one of my friends wasn't actually like the best person I wanted to be friends with, I quickly like learned sort of by happenstance that a person, like a mutual acquaintance, so like a friend of a friend that I wasn't really close with, we ended up having a class together, and they were super hilarious. And normally they were like a really quiet person, didn't really talk, didn't really stand out too much, never really like stood out. I felt like I said that twice, but like we ended up like sitting together for a class, and this person was hilarious. I was like, bro, how have we not been friends? Like, I want nothing more than to be your friend. Like, I was embarrassing. I tried really, really hard to just be like, yo, hey, we should like talk all the time. And I just like was super gung-ho about it. Probably was a little bit forceful about it, but we're still friends today. And they're fantastic. I love them. They're so supportive. And they're the sort of like strong, independent, like that sort of internal strength that I had thought the other friend had. But this person actually has it, and I admire them endlessly for it. So if they ever watch this, that's yeah. Love you, friend. You're out there. Big yay. Never thought I'd see the day. Kai Pliss. Dun has the doubts about me. Feels really nice when you just click with someone. Oh my gosh, I know, right? It's so amazing. Harune, where have you been all my life, friend? Saitama okay face. Literally probably what just happened. Honestly what happened. Most likely. Except they were kind enough to like not blow me off. I think they were like, man, this person seems to really want to be my friend. Let's give it a try. They were very understanding in that way. Oh my goodness. Had to take a sippy. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I had to cut a friendship with someone because of my feelings that she didn't reciprocate. I don't know what else I could have done. I tried to make it work, but some emotions can't be thrown away, I realize. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Maybe this is a little bit off topic, but could you guys help me out with this? Can guys and girls just be really close friends? I am of the belief that it's a big heckin' yes. But I have had many men tell me that past a certain point, they can't. And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? That's poop. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. I take every Christmas day, every year to visit my Aunt Jenny's for Christmas, because I'd rather spend my Christmas day with them, because they always make me feel welcome. Oh God, that's wonderful. So it's good that you still have connections with that side of the family. That's wonderful. Gastrolia, now the people in that friend group were mostly negative influences. I still got my 2 close ones though. And you know what? 2 close friends are better than a big group of bad friends, right? Cherish those. Cherish your friends. They mean everything. Stay hydrated. Oh, thank you. I go take my sippy. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. 2 of them? Okay. Thank you. You're the best. How did I know you? Oh goodness. Talking about making long-term friends gives me anxiety. Oh, what? Really? It seems like such a wonderful thing to look forward to. There's no pressure because it just happens organically. You don't have to worry about that. Yes, probably. Yes. Easily. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Guys and girls can be super friends, depending on their feelings, if no one is attracted to the other. But like, Uesugi-sen says no. Yes and no. I wouldn't know. I've never had friends. But Lawless, that's just not true. That's just not true. I'm sure you have friends. You can be extremely close and hold no feelings of romance. I believe it. Yes, a lot of my best friends are girls. I mean, if a guy has the self-control of a rabbit, maybe not. Oops. Yes, me and my friend are very close. I tried dating and didn't work, but we're still very close friends. So, Cod, why did you take it from friends to trying to date? Because, I mean, so does that mean that you were attracted to them romantically? Depends on the person. Keck. Yeah, agree, depends on the person. It's a tough one. Agree, depending on person, truthfully. Yes, my best friend is a girl, and I'm friends with her boyfriend as well. Oh, nice. They're both good people. What is this world you speak of? Oh, word. Sorry. Fwen? Ken, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're all friends here. What do you mean? What do you mean? If they don't think men and women can just be friends, I question how they view women. Oh, you bring up a good point. Erikune, yes, men and women can just be friends. Romance is on a different spectrum. However, I know a lot of guys who don't seem to understand that there are a lot of men who are probably looking for a relationship and have trouble seeing connections outside romantic ones. Hey, そうだよね. Maybe like that because that's been their goal, right? They're like, oh, when I talk to a girl in this way, it is because I am interested. And so if they respond positively, it must mean they're interested. And then they're like, oh, and then they find out later that the girl was just like, oh, I thought we were just friends. And they're like, no. I was able to be friends with her for years, so yes, but I'm emotionally weak. I have to rely on pretending I'm someone stronger sometimes. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes we gotta step up to the plate. Mixed Watcher, I actually think it's the opposite. Usually I'd go talk to a girl because I am kind of interested in them, but then after a while it passes a point to where I know I can't pass the point of friends because I value them more as a friend than more of that. Hey! 特別だよね. That's really special. I don't think I've ever met anyone with that kind of perspective. That's nice. Instead of being in a relationship, now you just have a really close friendship. Yeah! Just really a kind of cynical viewpoint, but a lot of adults kind of push the expectation that two people of different genders have to be in a relationship if they are close onto smaller children. Yo, true. Wait, I said yes. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought I saw a no up there. The lawless, but in all seriousness, I think it's pretentious that people always claim you want to have mature relations when you like something or someone. Like how sometimes people yell lolicon when someone says they like a flat anime girl. Shouldn't make you a lolicon any more than liking cats makes you a furry. Maybe I'm missing something there. The Blue Hornet says, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got so scared. Oh my gosh. Something was touching my hand and I was freaking out, but it's just a strand of my hair. Oh my gosh, that scared me. I was about to burst into tears, chat. I thought it was a spider web. I was not ready for that. Okay, all right, we're fine. It's fine. I said yes, but you asked a question after I responded. Oh, okay, ごめんね. Atani, hello. I saw you earlier. How you doing? That's difficult. I don't really know how to differentiate being the bestest of friends versus wanting to be in a relationship with them. Staunchly just wait is the way I would have been operating. Because are relationships only based on sexual appeal? I think not. It depends. It depends how relationships develop in your mind, I guess. So like, for me, I could never go on a date with a stranger, right? Like, if I don't know, if I were in a public space and, you know, someone ran up to me and was like, hey, you're heckin' cute, let's go on a date, I'd be like, no. Like, I don't know you. I don't trust you. What if you want to murder me or something? Just sell my organs on the black market? I don't know. And why would you want to go on a date with me just because you think I'm physically attractive, you loon? Like, but there are people who believe that dates are for getting to know people, right? Like, you don't get to know the person first because that's what the dates are all about. You know? So it's like, but like for me, I have to have a very strong emotional and friendship base with a person first before I can even consider them as a potential person to like. I like to eat lentil soup. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. 2 questions for you. What has been a positive or negative influence in your life? And can men and women just be friends? 2 very different questions. That's a cultural thing in terms of pushing that people of different genders can be friends, but I think that people can be close friends regardless of gender. It's just a matter of the kind of friendships and relationships an individual wants to have. Your hair wants to hold your hand, lewd. Baby spoder, no. A baby spoder I will squish. The blue hornets are the nice ones. Harune, you don't need to be scared of them. But sexual appeal and action definitely plays a part in relationships. True, I guess. Smooth Harune's hand doing the stealthy hand-holding approach. Yo, I was just about to cry. Harune going on a date with her hair. Some men are raised to believe that the only person who will take interest in their emotions are those who are interested in a relationship, whereas anyone else is raised to believe emotions should be discussed with friends. So a woman takes interest in her male's friend's feelings, and he thinks she's interested and gets attached. Then when she says they're just friends, the guy gets upset. Half Canadian, you might have just, like, cracked open the secret of the world there. That's so true! Especially if guys are raised to think that, like, they can't be emotionally open. And so when a girl seems invested in them emotionally, they're like, oh, this person is connecting to me in a way I haven't been able to connect to anyone else, right? Because that's how they were raised. Oh, big brain! Galaxy brain, yo! I walked in at the darkest part of this conversation. 444, hi, welcome. No, it's okay, you're good. One-night stands exist for a reason. I've never really been able to understand one-night stands. That's the greatest enigma to me. It's just like, so people just want to get it on and they just like don't care? Like they just need to do the thing and then go away? Like I don't understand the point. Thank you so much, Triple Lazar, for the follow and welcome officially to the Kingdom of Crunch. That brings up a good question. Mixed Watcher says, I'm more scared about ruining a relationship with someone, so I don't like running the risk of dating despite wanting to, though. This might be why I want to value someone more as a friend than a girlfriend, because I'm scared for that relationship to end badly. That leads into a little bit of another conversation where it's like, if you're interested in someone, should you just go for it? I am of the group. I am of that small corner of the world where it's like, you know what? Read the atmosphere, I guess. Like, if you think there's even the slightest potential, you can be honest. Because I mean, like, there have been times where, you know, a friend has been honest with me and been like, you know, I like you romantically. And I've been like, you know, thanks. I appreciate that. But I only see you as a friend. And they've been like, okay, I appreciate you being honest with me. And we're still friends, right? So I mean, I think there also needs to be a change of the mentality of what happens after you confess to someone. That's not the end all be all. It's not all of a sudden you say, hey, I like you, we should date, and they go, no, and then you're never friends again. You never speak to them. That's usually not how it goes. But some people make it like that, and I don't think that's a majority. Sometimes it's from the male's perspective. Like, if they feel like they're turned down, then they're like, I can't stand just being your friend. I've got to go. But most of the time from the girl's end, they still want to be friends. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Battle court, to me, looks don't matter. It's personality that I care about. They could have a hunchback for all I care. At least that's how I read it. How I've read it. Half Canadian. I think that's brilliant. Would you be the one to ask someone out? Me? That's a very good question. I think it depends how interested I am in the person. I think if I were like, I think if I really, really, really liked the person and more than anything in the world, all I wanted to do was like spend an evening with them, then I would probably not be like, hey, let's go on a date, but I'd just be like, hey, you feel like, would you want to like grab a sandwich? I don't know. You want to go buy books together? I don't know. But yeah. Harune dates people? I'm shocked. I've been on a couple dates. Yeah. But they've been very, 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 very selective. They've been very selective. And I had to have a good feeling about it, you know? Like, I did have a classmate in college ask me, I had one classmate in my music classes ask me out for coffee, and I had never been asked out before college, so I didn't know he was asking me out, so I was just like, oh, a coffee, cool, all right. And then afterwards we sort of had to have a conversation. This was like, you know, like a month later or something like that. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, that's not how I read that at all. And then another time, it was my conversation partner in a Japanese class, and he was very, very, you know, forward about it, which I now respect. I appreciate that he did that. But he was like, you know, I think you have a very nice personality. You're very cute. And I would love to take you out to dinner. And I said, thank you, I appreciate it, but I don't think I am ready for that. Like, I just can't. Derek, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. 2 questions for you, my good friend. Do you think men and women can be friends? Just friends. And 2, what has been a positive or negative influence on your life? And have you been able to tell the difference? Now I'm very behind on chat. Annyeonghaseyo! Hi, welcome. Although I think at the end of the day, I would much rather be asked out. Uesugi, to answer the second half of your question. I can't even trust strangers around my drinking glass. Why would I trust someone attracted to me? If anything, I should trust those people less. Well, no, I mean, if it's a friend, then I would trust them more, right? Which is why I would be more willing to accept, you know, a date from them. But if it were like a complete stranger, like I've heard, like I know people who have been like chased out of a bar, not like an angry mob being like, get out of our bar, but like they've left the bar and like someone has run after them to be like, you're gorgeous, can I have your number? Like, bruh, imagine we live in the same world. Like, that's like something straight out of a movie. That's never happened in my life. Like, that's like Korean drama right there. Yeah, that's nuts. Same how to name. I'm a guy. I'd like some sort of connection with a person, and the date is to get more familiar with them and see how comfortable I am with them. I'd feel awkward trying to date a person I am not familiar with at all. True. Run, Canadian, they know. That just hit different? Which one? What hit different? They're after you now. Floofies, hi, welcome. Get that dab out of there. What are you doing? It's been a long time ago, I understand that, but get out. The dab, I mean, not you. You can stay. Heck yeah, the general, like, can't talk about feelings except within a romance thing kind of messes the whole thing. True. Yeah, I don't really have any long-term friends. It's really hard to put into words the reason. I'll say one thing, though. The thought of forgetting someone that I care about has scared me since I was a child. No. If you care about them, you will not forget them. There have been people in my life who have passed away that I think about every day. If they meant a lot to you, they'll be there forever. You know, that's probably one of my problems. My dad is a huge no emotions kind of person. Both my parents were very much, it doesn't matter if you're sad sort of thing. Doesn't matter how you feel, you gotta do it sort of thing. Yeah. Don't want to get too deep into it, but because men thinking they can only speak about emotions with a significant other, young men are at a higher risk of suicide. Yes, no, and then they're also at a higher rate of abuse, but we're just not gonna talk about that anyway. Ken says, a girl told me that we couldn't be friends, and we ended up as friends during school, and I teased her, hey, so are we friends yet for 4 years? The Blue Hornet says, or is the whole problem the lack of direct conversation? Stating intentions clearly instead of playing games / dropping hints. Yeah, that's like a very mature thing to do, for sure. It's just to be very, very forward. Just be like, bruh, this is what I mean. You know? This is my intentions. Anything else is X, Y, and Z, you know? Personally, I can't bring myself to date anyone until I sort out my own problems because I want to be able to focus clearly on them. That's super important. And that's sometimes a really hard decision to make. But I'm glad that that's one that you chose to do because by improving yourself, you are going to improve your future relationship and you are going to make the relationship a healthy one. And so you are therefore helping your partner. So it's good. It's good. I went on a date. One of my closest friends, but she says she has someone, but my friend told me she is scared of me leaving, so I indicate what to do. That's very confusing. I do not know what to make of that. Deltamic, bye-bye! Thank you so much for coming. It's probably long gone because I'm so slow. Something, I want to know someone very well before I enter a relationship with them, unless my feelings are particularly strong. Something, what? Oh, because Alex has talked about this before. My online friend confessed their love to me a while ago. After a week or so, both agreed it wouldn't work. Oh! Well, at least it was mutual. Read the atmosphere, understand the context, then be honest, and if it is able to take it, the proverbial L? If it doesn't turn out, what's the proverbial L? I'm Australian, not Canadian. Let's see. We're still friends and stuff. Oh, nice. Yo, want a sandwich? Yeah. Doing okay. Some drama boiling in the background, but now the week is over and I have a few days off. Nice. A bookshop date sounds amazing, though. Doesn't it sound cute? 10 out of 10, 108 pickup lines. Listen, I am not smooth. When I try to be smooth, I'm just like 15 times more awkward. It's disgusting, really. I need to write this down. I love when Harune's jumped to fucking... No! Harune tempting the men with sandwiches. Pick up lines from Harune. No, don't take any lines from me. They're the worst. Ever. Though I will admit I was very dense and it took me a while to realize they were confessing. Same. Big same. Big same. Big same. Carl Fox, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. 2 questions for you. Do you think men and women can be friends and just friends? And 2, what has been a positive and negative influence on your life? And have you been able to recognize the difference? Especially when one becomes the other. Is that what a date is? I wouldn't exactly know. It's whatever it is. There's no specific thing about dates. Oh, Sushi! Hi! 来てくれてありがとう! Probably like way too late to say that. Yo, Alex, wanna egg sandwich? So we're not getting sandwiches? I'm sorry. Harune-san is super single. You might want to be a bit more forward in your pickup line. Sandwiches and books. Most guys might not pick up on just that. Listen, that's all I have to offer. And some really lame jokes that aren't funny. I promised them that I would cook dinner for them, so wish me luck. You can do it, Delta Mech. Harune's so paired. No, I'm just awkward. If someone likes me, they have to be completely blunt about it or I am not getting it. That's fair. Hi, Alex, I'll treat you both to a club sandwich. Scandalous. Just yesterday, I was told by someone that you would make a good boyfriend. Is a hint? And I don't believe it, but is that true? Personally, if someone said that to me, I would not have taken that as a hint. I would have been like, oh, I'm glad you think so. Thanks, I guess. Like that just be like, no, I don't know. Just like that's positive feedback, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't have taken that as a hint. That's just me though. Going out for coffee is just something that happens because I like hanging out with people. I don't really ever think of that as a date. And that's like, and I feel like that's sort of like the stranger date, right? Where you're just like, oh, well, I don't really want to like do anything too extra. So I guess I'll just ask them out to coffee, right? And that's like the chance where you can sit across from each other and talk. Very much like what we're doing today. So maybe we're all in one big date, chat. Maybe this is all just one big date. This is the first date with chat. Oh, what a psycho. You know, not true. Listen, no. Let's see. I've had crushes in the past, but certainly no dating. I've regularly had some bad misfortune of getting infatuated with a girl who was already taken. I don't realize this until I developed the crush. But that doesn't mean I need to throw away the friendship. Infatuation doesn't last too long, so I know eventually I can be friends with some good people and feel better because I waited. Yes. Wait, just asking someone to get some coffee or a bite to eat as a date? I'd assume it was just spending time with talking with a classmate fellow employee. No, like that's normally how I would have taken it, right? Like that's how I took it. But then the person who asked me out, like for the coffee date, was like, oh yeah, that was a date, and I was like, bruh, can you make it more obvious? Because I go out and get coffee with friends all the time, and he was my friend, so I was like, this is nothing new. Like, bruh, just SMH my heads, my dudes. Wait, head. I only have one. SMH. Both my heads. Two of my heads. Let's see. One of my catchphrases is, who cares how good they are if they... Who cares how good they look if they're garbage on the inside? True. A double-edged sword for me, as I consider myself socially incompetent and emotionally fragile. Therefore, this statement, in a way, applies to me. It doesn't mean you're garbage. That just means you're fragile. It doesn't mean garbo. The dude sounds like me. I'm fairly forward, but each has been rejected so far. Ganbatte! Just keep going. It's okay. As long as you respect the answer no. That's the most important thing. Like the guy who asked me out to dinner, after I said no, he actually kind of kept pushing the envelope. Like, he was like, oh, can I ask why? And I was like, no, dude, you can't ask why. Like, no. And then he started trying to walk me to my classes, to like my next classes after our shared Japanese class. And I was like, bro, I'm sorry, but it's just not like this. Like, you can't force this relationship to work. I'm sorry. So I had to ask someone else to come get me. And I felt terrible. I really didn't enjoy having him feel that kind of constant rejection. It was rough. I hope he's okay. I would never go to get coffee because I don't like coffee. I'm going about hot chocolate. I got asked out to see a movie once, and it wasn't a movie that I particularly cared about, so I said no. Blue. Blue's the true hero. 4 to 5 years later, I'm still beating myself up over it. It's okay, Blue. It's okay. I see girls being asked out in the streets daily. What? Really? Where? What? What world do you live in? Oh, sorry, I'll get on that one second. Wait, what do you got? What do you got, Kai? Kai, I'm not about him, Alex. First girl I dated asked me to go on a date, but over time she chose to just be friends. We still are friends, but we don't talk to each other much now, but because of the pandemic, she's been chatting with me more often. Oh, that's great! Adios, bye-bye! Thank you so much for coming! Atani? Atani? Yeah, Atani. That's probably been a long time, though. They're probably gone by now. I'm so sorry, bye-bye! Oh, thank you, Kai, for all those links. The laws. I remember I came across something I thought that stuck with me. People are more emotion-driven than they would like to admit, yet many people are hard with reading emotions. Some people can't even read their own emotions. I thought that was just a joke at first. It would explain a few things if it's true. No, I think so, especially, I mean, because we all have emotions, right? Anyone who says I don't think with emotions is not in touch with their emotions. And I think there are a lot of people who, I mean, as we discussed previously, probably grew up in households that weren't very open to discussions about emotions, and so people really didn't know how to control how they felt or to understand what they were feeling. So, you know, emotions affect us daily. It affects our decisions daily. But just not everyone recognizes it. I'm already dating all the links. If a girl you want to date turns you down and her and her boyfriend aren't getting along, what do? You are there as a friend for your friend. Do not try to talk to the female friend. Do not try to talk to her in attempts to sort of swoop in and you know, be her new relationship. That should never, that's a little bit of a low blow. If you want to support her, be there for her as a friend with no ulterior motives. That's my 2 cents on that. It feels like there's a really wide and poorly codified understanding of date etiquette and courtship. Like, there's a lot of culture inconsistency as to what is considered acceptable and what role each person is meant to fulfill. And it creates a weirdness where it's like everyone is playing the game by different rules. They're not even playing the same proverbial game. Bruh. Yes, that's pretty true. Australia, I was raised to not show emotions at all, so online I show 100% times more emotion. Perfect. Keep it up. Double Zeta, I've heard plenty of people faking themselves from the friend I mentioned earlier. People can fake themselves for more than 3 months. Faking is hard. I don't know how people can fake it. That's hard for me. One of these days you'll slip. I would not recommend trying to date someone who's already in a relationship with another person. True. Is this from experience that you say this? Which part? Back when I was in 3rd grade, I had a person I called friend. Her and my other friend got into a fight on the school bus. She used me as a shield, and I got on balance since the bus was moving and hit my head on a metal piece, and my head started bleeding, and after getting stitches, my trust for others decreased. Bruh. But I hope you don't hold it against her too much. If you guys were in... What, you were in 3rd grade? 3rd graders do stupid stuff all the time. I wouldn't base your trust in humanity on a 3rd grader. That's a very low bar. A couple of people have tried to tell me I'm smooth, but I just reuse the same 2 lines in different ways, so I don't believe them. But you know what? Maybe that's a form of smoothness. This reminds me that I tried assassinating someone with a dodgeball to try and get them to talk to me. I wasn't sure where that sentence was going when I read try to assassinate someone. Bruh. Did it work? Don't worry, Harune, I doubt you've ever been as awkward as my gem of nice shoes awkwardly scoots away. I'm sure I've done something similar. Elementary me did not know how to talk to strangers, especially the strangers I wanted to be friends with. Me too, Harune, about lame jokes that aren't funny. Oh, that's me every day. Engedi, hello. Not sure this counts, but I've learned to be self-reliant at a young age. Our family moved to Canada, and I had trouble trying to mingle and blend in with the other students. There wasn't anyone to help me but myself. That's a hard lesson to learn, but we do sort of have to... We have to learn to at least be self-sufficient. That doesn't mean we can do everything by ourselves, right? We are naturally social creatures. We need other people, that feeling of belonging, a community to be a part of. But we also have to be able to pull our own weight, right? Middle school me refused to go on dancing with a girl I liked. I was so dense. Oh, no, that's okay. No, actually, in middle school, a guy tried to ask me to a dance, but it was like the day of. And my school bus was leaving. And I'm like, this is so last minute. I don't have money to get into the dance. Like, thanks, but no thanks. I'm just gonna go home, bye. And I ran to the bus. And later, a mutual friend was like, what are you doing? What do you mean? Like, he was asking you because he wanted to go there with you, not just to invite you to a dance. And I was like, oh, well. Whatever. It's fine. Ouya, might wonder what programs to add pickup lines naming sandwiches. I just feel how far behind she is. I'm pretty behind. I'm dating Harune. I've always wanted to see how that would be. How's it going? Yukime Sakura-chan, you having a good time? I think this topic might be interesting to breach. Do you need to meet the person before you can date them, or could you date someone you only know the personality of online? I think younger me would have definitely thought that I don't need to meet the person to be in a relationship, as long as they have a good heart. And as long as I feel like I've connected with them online, right? Older me now thinks maybe a little bit more practically. Of course, they still need to have a good heart. Of course, we still need to be able to have connected, right? But thirdly, if my hand can hold up 3 fingers, I guess it's a no. Oh, sideways, we can maybe do it. I don't know. Thirdly, there we go. Thirdly, fourth, I mean, I think there has to be, I don't know, there has to be some sort of real life connection somehow. Whether that's talking through face cam, or I don't have an Apple phone because ha! Apple products, am I right? But whatever that was. But I don't know, there has to be some sort of like IRL connection somehow. That doesn't mean I would at least like to be able to meet them once in person, because I think knowing how to interact with them in person is an important part. So, you know, that's just, I think if anything, it's just added another requirement. I don't think it's changed too much from how I used to think. Reading situations was never one of my strong suits. In fact, I'm too dense for my own well-being. My ex had to explicitly state that she liked me, and she got a bit mad when I wasn't getting her subtle hints. And apparently I accidentally friend-zoned my crush. Oh no. My wife and I's first date was coffee, followed by walking around campus, breaking into the basketball stadium that I helped her move. Wait, where'd he go? Heck. Moved some furniture up to her apartment at like 2 a.m. We had met online and done 2 different video calls. Make sure you aren't an axe murderer. See, like, I don't know. I think that kind of needs to happen. Cece, yo! Heckin' heck, hello! Welcome. Is it Cece or Cece? I feel like Cece is probably more accurate. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Wolf of Discord, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Welcome, raiders. She almost caught up. I'm just gonna scroll right down. Hello. Dragon go brrrr. Bruh, it's like my brain. Hello. Thank you so much. Oh, look at you, you big heckin' cutie. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, you were playing VR chat. Did you have a good time? Was it fun? I thought I'd raid someone on the team. You have a great night. Thank you so much. You too. For all of you raiders who are sticking around, we have like 2 sort of ongoing topics right now. 1, what has been a positive or negative influence in your life, and have you been able to tell the difference between the 2, especially when one becomes the other? And secondly, do you think men and women can be friends and just friends? Mad Max MC Pro, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. How are you doing today? Free Burb! Hello, Burb! Free! How you doing? Let's see. Men and women can't be friends. If they do, they die. The darkest turn. No friends. Let's see. Laughs in Samsung. Apple products in 2020. Tilty laughy face, man. Older Harune is jaded and cynical? No, not like that. Hey, Dippy! Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello! You're the nerd! Hey, Dippy. We're friends, right? Dippy, are we friends? We are. Why? Excellent. One of the questions of this evening is, can men and women be friends? You and I are friends, so it's a yes. The answer is yes. Question, problem solved. Yeah, they can. A. See, Dippy gets it. It's Dip Dip! When have you been called Dip Dip? Who the heck said not? A surprising number of people. Not in this chat, but people that I've talked to IRL have been like, no, men and women can't be friends. Like, there's, like, you know, things will always get complicated. Emotions will always get, you know, funky, and someone's heart will get broken. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I've been just friends with multiple girls for a very long time. As a guy, so I think it's just the type of woman you're friends with. Yes, bam, question answered, done. Thank you for coming to the stream. Yeah, it's a sip. What? It's Dippy and Harune and they call each other simp. Not everything is Dippy's a very supportive friend. Dippy's a very supportive friend. Spook Rook, hello! Are those people confusing friends with benefits? No, because they don't ever, like, at some point they ask to go out on a date, and then when the answer is no, they go, oh, well, I can't stand just being your friend. Like, the intent, you know, I've always wanted to be more than friends. I can't, like, my emotions are too strong. I can't just be a friend. We need to not be friends anymore. Which is, like, the biggest what the heck. Segoy, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Can men and women just be friends? The turntables are always on. Friends with benefits is way different than just friends, bro. Yeah, it's quite different. They are platonic until they start to catch feels. Oh, how the turns have tabled. Or as Michael Scott would say, oh, how the turntables. I need Hollywood to make a movie where the best friends just stay friends and never even do anything romantic. It's just people trying to get them to date. Yeah, what if the whole time they're like, ew, I don't want to date you, and then they just stay best friends for the entire movie. And the movie just ends with everyone being disappointed. Except for the friends. I need that movie. Porcupine Mammoth. I'm gonna lie my head down. The Sea of Thieves match that I just had was very painful, and I feel like poop. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you have a wonderful rest. Good night, good night. Thank you, thank you. If you catch them, I hear you get lovesick. I almost got it, like Susan? Sugoi. Oh, sugoi. You spelled it interestingly. Sugoi. Welcome, welcome. Can brothers and sisters be friends? I think so. I don't think they always have to be enemies. That'd be silly. I think that's like a I don't know, just a trope for entertainment that brother and sister always have to be like at each other's throats. I think you can have a really good, wholesome relationship with your siblings. That is how I thought that movie with Daniel Radcliffe was going to go. There are a lot of movies with Daniel Radcliffe. Which one? I don't want to keep correcting people in here all night. Lol, Dippy. But nice to see you, nerd. I'll dip by next time. Bye-bye, Dippy. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a good night full of fluffy down pillows filled with the feathers that you molted. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Have a good night, Dippy. Thanks for coming. My brain is fried. Can't believe Dippy dipped already. The one with Adam Driver. He was yelling about. Oh. Yes. Yes, I know of that. I wanted to see it. I haven't seen it yet. ホロライブから。ホロライブからか。いえ。ごめんなさい。Imposter Snake. 私はホロライブじゃない。I am independent. I was a kid when I made it and obsessed with Japanese in World of Warcraft. Stupid me never thought of looking up how to spell it before I made the account. なるほど. I like it. It's unique. すごい. I mean, those feathers have to go somewhere, right? Down pillows are violent. They stab you with the anger of the birds that have been plucked, peeking you. I know exactly what you're talking about. Somehow, the pointy ends of the feather just a little peek, just a tiny little sniff outside of the pillow, and you put your face on it, and it stabs you right in the cheek, and you're like, bro, I can't sleep. There's a needle in here that is trying to stab me, and it's terrible. Harune, are you one of the Kizune eyes I've heard so much about? Nope. Mixed watcher, when a guy confesses and gets rejected, there's like a lingering feeling of awkwardness when interacting with the girl, and sometimes, depending on how long they've been harboring the feelings, it might be hard to deal with. So even if they try to act normal, it might be hard to return back to before guy confessing. That's my thought process, at least. I wouldn't know. I don't confess to girls because I'm too cynical and pessimistic about the outcome. なるほどね. But now they end up sleeping. Oh, darn it. That's unfortunate. Leojun, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Do you think men and women can just be friends? Haruhodo. Why is it always... I couldn't be friends with someone that was hardly attracted to her. Not only that, I seem to remember her calling me a 10 out of 10. Why is it so confusing? I don't understand this at all. That's okay. Ouya objectively called me a 9 out of 10 and I laughed at it openly. Because Ouya's just being nice. I'm trying to study my Japanese so I can talk to other people who speak the language. Ah, なるほど. Ganbatte. Well, God forbid they have. I mean, I guess there are people who just are nudists. It's fine. The Great Fox got us decreed. Bruh, no. Ouya was just being kind that day. He's just being nice. But I love how he said that. And objectively, I don't know. Ouya has the most interesting way of wording things. It cracks me up. I've had female friends without there being any romantic attachments, but I find that I did drift away from ex-girlfriends. Didn't deal with the awkwardness very well. You know what? That's okay though, because I mean, if there's a reason for breaking up, like an argument or a way of how they, you know, like a lifestyle thing that they do that you found that you didn't like, then that was you deciding that maybe they weren't the perfect fit. So drifting away from ex-girlfriends, I feel like is kind of, I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's okay. Let's see. You can't get rejected if you don't confess. That's true. That's true. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you're gonna sit there and absolutely regret it, right? If you're just like, I want to confess to this person, but it's just my own mental block that's, you know, stopping you from doing that, then push through. You just gotta do it. Just do it. Albert Wesker. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Do you think men and women can just be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I'm gonna get canceled for singing a song that probably has a copyright. You made a mistake telling us this, Harune. People will meme this for months to come. No, they can't meme this. What do you mean? I guess they're just people who are nudists. Oh, okay. Oh. What is on your head? Do you have horns? They're antenna. They're antenna for better connectivity. Honey's horns are squishy. They are not squishy. Don't touch them. Serious relationships are tough. They are. They're a big commitment. AI waifu. Hi. I think the best policy is to ask the other party the moment feelings begin to show up. That way feelings don't develop and make things awkward. AI waifu, that makes perfect sense to me. I don't see a reason why you have to play the game, right? Like you're just, you know, someone's gonna get hurt in the end if you don't, like if you guys aren't on the same page. So don't play the game. The game's dumb. Just be like, I like you. What do you think of that? like, I don't know. I don't know. Oof. But that's their nature trio. What was that accent? I have no idea. I hate how wa is spelled wa on the keyboard. My brain says no. Ramaji says wa. But it is also pronounced ha. It is, well, no. Yeah, no. Like you could pronounce that as ha or wa, depending on what you're using it for. If it's for a word, then it would be ha. If it's as a particle, then it would be wa. Bam. Just dead. I've been rejected, but if both of you get past the awkwardness, you can become friends again. Confirmed. Aw, free. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. No, come on, guys. You can't meme this. Okay. No, it's not a meme. Can't be a thing. Okay. Also, we both club leaders, so we kind of had to fix that. But at least you were both mature about it, you know what I mean? Because that's sometimes the hardest part, is just being like, we can get past this. It's gonna be okay. Like, at the end of the day, we don't hate each other. Let's see. Harune, I like you. Oh, corrupt face. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are such a nice person. Heck, I have been thinking all day, and now I remember a bad influence about my dad. I think it's a long story. Oof. Chatito, ganbatte. Play the game when the opponent's out of your league. Weh. On the other hand, by following this policy, I have remained a kissless virgin for 2 decades. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. I just love the way you worded that. Damian Wayne, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Do you think men and women can just be friends? Yeah, Harune-san, yeah. So there might be some merit to playing the game, even if it comes at a cost. I don't know, though. I just feel like playing the game is... I mean... I don't know. 難しいよ. Imposter Snake, thank you so much for the follow, and same with Death the Kid. Thank you both for the follow, and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. I have a friend that I didn't want to do with, but in fact she's my best friend. Yay! I was the AI and waifu. So that to Kaguya and Shirogane just confess each other. It sure would be easy. That being said, I absolutely love a good slow burn. I love this so much. Like, that's part of what I love so much about Love is War, is just because I'm a big slow burn dork. I have a friend that I don't want to fetch. She's a best friend. Yeah. Oh, stay hydrated. Thank you so much, Ken. What's my favorite anime? I've got a lot that I like as of right now. Like, I mean, I absolutely loved season 1 of One Punch Man. I thought it was super great. But I also really liked Zankyo no Terror. And I absolutely am in love with Love is War. So I don't know if I have a favorite. And I don't have a favorite genre either. I mean, if it's entertaining, I like it. So when can we organize this thing where we all tell Harune to drink water? Don't drown me, please. I like to live. Octane, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. How are you doing today? I like your channel points reward. Oh, thank you. Dinku. Getting past crushes is a right pain in the butt. High school was a major pain because of that. Ugh, high school's so hard. Jeez. Harune, I love you, but not in a romantic way. Don't get it wrong. Buck. So you love me platonically, and that's okay. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. It's like Fuendo love. Fuendo love is also important. The savage chill, my previous immaturity was with black and white thinking would have said no. However, after a bit more maturing, I realized that it is possible. I simply have to not be a dummy and maintain healthy boundaries. It's when you have expectations that get shut down and let emotions make the decisions instead of logical thinking. I've had a woman as a friend and it didn't go any further because that was my priority. I wasn't looking for a partner. See, that's kind of what I think. Like, I do think it is really important to let those kind of like partner relationships happen organically. And those tend to happen when you aren't looking for it, right? As long as you're just being totally transparent, you're honest about yourself. Because the thing is like when you're looking for a relationship and you're actively trying to impress a bunch of people at once, there are some things you're gonna play up and some things you're gonna play down about yourself. I from Stinky Onions, thank you so much for the following. Welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Do you think men and women can just be friends? So there is a little bit, not saying that we're all liars or we're imposters, but like we want to impress the other person, right? So we try. Because we don't, we want to put our best foot forward. But what really, I think, makes a relationship very genuine is when you're able to 100% be yourself without any preamble, with any sort of pomp and circumstance. And when it happens, and it happens, very naturally, it's one of the best feelings in the world, I think. So, It's not like I like you or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. I just happened to stop by. I had some free time. I love, yes. I don't see why a rejected confession to someone you shared a cherished relationship with should end the friendship forever. It just seems like opting for a lose-lose scenario. Exactly. Ha kawaii koto? Oh, o kawaii koto. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Use a Jimmy Seville? Jimmy Seville, thank you so much for the, or is it Seville? I don't know why that's like hard for me to read. My brain. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. All women in my life are just friends. And they're not gonna get any closer because I've landmined my heart and they're liable to lose a limb. Oof, careful. He's not such a weird name. Well, both people are mature and they can maintain the friendship after a shot down confession. So I agree with you. I just finished my first session of Kaguya-sama. I love it. So did I. Oh, actually, no, we just finished the second season for Anime Night. Ghost King, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. Kizuna is bonds or connection. I is love. It's supposed to be loving bond or close friendship. I do feel weird though throwing around the word love. Free, I'm with you there. I've got friends who, like, I've been friends with them for like 10 plus years, and they're like, if we chat on the phone, they're like, love you, bye, and I'm like, I like you too, bye. Like, like it is hard for me to like say I love you to someone who's not my family. It's, I guess that's just a personal thing, right? So, like, that's why I like, it's easy for me to say friends or fuendo, all right? It's much easier for me to say that and be like, I love you! Unless if it's, like, to, like, everyone, I'm like, oh, like, I love you guys so much, but I can't, like, to one specific person be like, I love you so much, and, like, not be afraid that they're taking that in the literal form. So, you know what I mean. I'm so thankful that Water Festival isn't a thing on Twitch, otherwise we'll have so many drowned streamers every year. Harune-san, 一番可愛いですよ。ないよ、ねえよ。なんだよ。I can only say I love you to someone half jokingly and never in person. How did I love you? Her personality, yay! I got it. I'm under the bad influence about my ex-girlfriend. Ugh, it's complicated. I can't just never forget those dark days. That's okay, Chatito. Time and a lot of mental work will clear things up, I promise. It's interesting that you have a reward for water, but it's so high. And Cece's hydrate bot, and I just remind him in chat every 30 minutes to drink. Hey, nice. I just made it a point reward because I will hydrate on my own. And also, accumulating points used to be a lot quicker. I think in some of the recent Twitch updates, they've actually made it a lot harder to accumulate points. And when you do accumulate points, it's less at a time. So, it was easier in a time past. For some reason, my mind connects Ichiban with minivan. I love it. Let's see. Seville with a Seville. With an Isa. Seville. Wait. Let's pronounce this man. Wait, I don't know. Seville or Seville? I can donate to you. Oh no, biddies. Biddies are okay. Or you can buy me a coffee at Project Harune. Usually when someone says love you, I'll just hate, and I hate you with a smile. Bruh, no. Ooh, a stretchy savage shield, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh gosh, I needed that. Okay, flex them muscles. I legitimately have trouble saying I love you to people I know IRL, parents included. Huh, that is interesting. That is interesting. I definitely am not the one to say it first to my parents. Like, I can only say it as like, okay, as long as my mom said it first, I can say it second. She'd be like, love you. And I'll be like, oh, love you too, bye. Like, I don't know. It's sweet, though. I like when my parents say that they love me. It's great. I found a vine of a shirt in this man saying I love you. Oh, because we can express this emotion without being serious. Oh, that's good. Does stream quit, or is it just me? Twitch, or infinitely save Harune for another company. Wait, Nani? I can say YouTube, bye! Exactly. Oh my gosh. So you've been here for how long? Just found you in a video. I have been streaming over a year now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I really only say I love you to my wife and only extremely few close friends. You, my family members, but I'm like, naruhodo. Love you. Thanks, I love you too. I actually say love you to people on the phone sometimes. I love hearing stories like that. Oh my god, I love it. Like when people are like, you know, you go to pay your bill and they're like, hey, how was the meal? I'm like, great, thanks. How about you? Ugh. No, I ruined it. A year is like 10 years in VTuber time. It feels like a lifetime. You guys are so sweet, Blue and Uski. Bruh. Well, you know what? We went really overtime today. I didn't even notice. I was having so much fun. I'm so sorry. Server, enjoy your food. You too. Exactly. Heck. But yeah, no, I didn't even realize we've gone like almost 2 hours and a half now. 2.5 hours. None the heck. So why don't we leave that there for today? Thank you so much for sticking around and for just making this such a wonderful, fun stream. Yeah, thank you so much. Holy heck. I've had so much fun. So much fun. So I know who I want to raid already. So we're gonna raid the girl DM, girl_DM_. Emiliana the Hero, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Kingdom of Crunch. I'm so sorry you're coming in now as we're just about to leave. But thank you. And Death Metal, thank you so much for the 400 crunches. What?
There's a new song for Kagaya-sama.
There's a new... Oh, the, wait, what was it? The, for season 2? Yeah.
Thanks for the stream.
And thank you oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Imposter Snake, thank you so much for the 400 crunches. And Death Metal, thank you so much for the 100 crunches. I got really confused. But we're gonna raid Girl DM. The girl_DM_. And when we go in there, let's throw in a bunch of Harune peaks and say this is a siege. And please stick around for the raid. Show her all the love and support. And she's really heckin' fun. So you'll be missing out on some good times if you don't stick around. So I would stick around for that raid. This is a squeegee. No, this is a siege. A siege. That's where Kai went. Oh, is that where he is? Wait, no. He has a... Or oh no, wait, no. Are they doing a collab? I know there is. It probably is. Project Winter. Yeah. Kai went to do the collab of Project Winter. So yeah, so there are excuse me. There are other VTubers that are part of this collab as well. So double reason to stick around. So, thank you all so much for joining me today, and thank you so much to all the new followers and for Cece for the raid. I just found you, but you look cool, and I will stick around. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. And I will see you all Monday. Wait, no, what? Foss! Oh, wait, I have to be, shoot. I have to be quiet. Dang it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get yelled at. Oh my gosh, no. Foss, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm sorry. I did it bad. I was supposed to be quiet. I'm probably gonna get yelled at. Thank you so much for the sub.